Hello everyone and welcome to the preliminary final of the BCA Super Over Series, which sees Brendan Scott taking on Riley Cornforth for a spot in the decider. These two met in the opening match of the Super Over Series, and it was a nightmare start to the tournament for the youngster Riley Cornforth, dismissed on the second delivery for a duck. Scott scoring a boundary with his second delivery to get over the line, and will fancy his chances in this preliminary final showdown. So it will be the youngster Riley Cornforth who will get this prelim final underway with the bat, as he did in match one, and he'll be hoping for a far better showing this time around. So a spot in the decider up for grabs. It's going to be Brendan Scott to Riley Cornforth over the wicket. In now, it's a full delivery, but it begins with a wide. Scott in for what is effectively the first ball of the Super Over, and it's pushed on the offside from Riley Cornforth to get off the mark with a boundary. So he breaks his duck against Scott. A nerve settler there for Riley. He's away for the prelim. Scott to continue over the wicket in this Super Over. It's a full delivery and it's punched down the ground there from Riley. Back-to-back boundaries for the youngster. He's away for this prelim. Overpitched from Scott and punished. Riley on top to begin this encounter. Scott in once again. It's a full delivery. This time it's a thick outside edge from Riley. But it's four all the same. A third consecutive boundary for the youngster. And he looks ominous now. Still three deliveries left in the Super Over, as Scott is in over the wicket and it's played back to him for a precious dot ball. Here's Scott in for the penultimate delivery of the Super Over. He's in now. It's a flash outside the off stump. It's let go by the umpire, so it's back-to-back dots for Scott. That's inside. It's a good decision. So we arrive at the final delivery of the Super Over. In now, and he charges Scott, and it's a play and a miss there from Riley Cornforth. Three consecutive dots to end the Super Over. Scott fights back, and he's in the game. So things were looking good to begin the Super Over for Riley. However, he stalled at the back end of the innings, and he finishes undefeated on 13. Is that enough for a spot in the decider? So it only took Scott two deliveries to register victory in match one. It's going to take a little bit longer if he's to get through to the big dance. 14 required for victory. You get the job done. So Riley to go over the wicket for the first ball of the reply. He's in now. It's a short delivery and Scott swivels on the back foot and puts it away through mid-wicket for a boundary to get the Super Over underway. Just the start he was looking for in this run chase. 4 runs. Cornforth to continue over the wicket for the second ball of the Super Over. Oh, it's a thick inside edge and it very nearly goes back onto the stumps. That was nearly the moment for young Cornforth. Oh, that must have missed by a whisker. Scott survives by the skin of his teeth. As Cornforth is in for the third delivery of the over, he over pitches and it's put away this time from Scott through the cover region for another boundary. He moves to 8 and it's 6 to get. So 6 to get from 3 deliveries. As Cornforth is in once again, it's a full delivery. This one straying onto Scott's pads and he's clipped it beautifully through mid-wicket for another boundary. Just 2 to get for victory now for Scott. And Riley needs a money ball. So 2 to get from 2 deliveries. As Cornforth is in now, it's a good delivery. It's a dot ball here for Cornforth. And we go to the final ball. So 2 required from 1 delivery. A wicket or a dot ball wins this for Riley. It's a back of a length delivery straight into the ribs of Scott, who clips it beautifully for a boundary to win a final ball thriller here in the prelim and books a spot in the decider. It's heartache for the youngster, who did well to take this right to the death, but it's the old head of Scott who prevails and books his ticket to the big dance. So a brilliant encounter in this prelim final sees Brendan Scott with a successful run chase to book his spot in the Super Over Series final and a date with Joel Wojcik. So we began the tournament with 4. We're down to the final 2. Can Joel Wojcik go through the entire tournament undefeated, or can Brendan Scott avenge his match 6 drubbing? The final coming up next.